Hello guys, make your subscribe. Hello guys, make your subscribe on this channel to get more Arsenal news. Arsenal could give Newcastle the luxury they never had with Alexander Isak over Anthony Gordon. While Anthony Gordon is seemingly set to leave Newcastle United this summer, there is no absolute guarantee that he will be heading for Bayern Munich. Gordon may never play for Newcastle United again, amid mounting speculation that he has broadly agreed terms over a move to Bayern. How would you feel if Anthony Gordon never played for Newcastle United again? Howe said he's looking toward the future amid Gordon's links away. Still, reports suggest that the Bavarian Giants are not willing to pay Newcastle's asking price for Gordon, believed to be around £75 million. Luckily, it seems as if Newcastle might have a bidding war on their hands. Arsenal and Barcelona also want to sign Anthony Gordon. That's because, according to Sky Sports reporter Keith Downey, both Arsenal and Barcelona remain interested in signing the England international. Speaking on a video posted on YouTube, Downey said, "I don't think they're Bayern the only club that are interested in the signature of Anthony Gordon this summer. My understanding is that Arsenal are still keen, and so too are Barcelona. In an ideal world, all of the interested clubs would make their move for the 25-year-old, which would naturally drive up the price. While Gordon would prefer to sign for Bayern, Newcastle do not sell cheaply. They proved that with Alexander Isak. Arsenal, Barcelona, and Bayern bidding for Gordon would be Newcastle's dream scenario. Unless the German champions come up with a compelling offer, there's little need to sell just for the sake of it. There was never really a bidding war for Isak, despite his standing as one of the best strikers in the world. Frankly, there was only ever one realistic buyer, and while the money received for him was good, it surely could have gone higher if others were genuinely interested. That does not look like being the case with Gordon, even if Bayern are the club most strongly linked with a move at this stage. A flurry of interest in one of Newcastle's biggest players before the transfer window even opens would not usually be a welcome development. If it helps drive the price up, however, then perhaps this is the one time that Newcastle should welcome it. Alexander Isak, €115 million Arsenal target, receives brutal transfer verdict, €115 million. Arsenal target receives brutal transfer verdict, add €115 million. Arsenal target receives brutal transfer verdict. May 15, 2026, 6:03 BST 4 minutes. Read Mikel Arteta Arsenal, 2025/26. News copyright Imago Cameron Smith. Cameron Smith, digital content producer, accredited sports journalist covering football since 2020, Arsenal target Anthony Gordon has been warned that he will be sitting on the bench if he joins Bayern Munich during the upcoming summer transfer window. Article continues under the video. The England international has emerged as a key target for a number of top European clubs in recent months, and Newcastle United boss Eddie Howe has dropped several hints that suggest a sale is on the cards this summer. Football Transfers understands that Gordon is firmly on Arsenal's radar ahead of the summer window, with the club ready to lodge a formal bid, but they will face significant competition for his signature. Gordon has emerged as Bayern's top attacking target in recent weeks, and TalkSport even claim that he has now agreed personal terms with Vincent Kompany's side ahead of a potential switch before the start of next season. However, former Premier League midfielder Danny Murphy believes that Gordon will struggle to usurp Luis Diaz in the pecking order at the Allianz Arena if he joins the Bavarian outfit this summer. Anthony Gordon receives Bayern Munich transfer verdict. "I'm a little surprised," Murphy told TalkSport when asked about Gordon potentially completing a move to Bayern this summer. I like Anthony Gordon. He's got great strengths and qualities. His consistency is a problem. He's had that wonderful run in Europe this season, but a lot of penalties. This is his highest scoring season. But when you look at where Munich are at, I don't think he threatens the 11. He's not on Luis Diaz's level. So from a footballing perspective, Of course, if it does happen, he would get an amazing contract. They'll pay him more than he's on at Newcastle. He's going to a club that is more likely to win things. Murphy continued, they're going to play 60 games, so he'll get games. But he's not on the same level as Luis Diaz. And he's what? 4 years younger? 3 years younger? So unless Munich have got some sort of plans, and Diaz is off somewhere, okay, he's got confidence in himself, fine. I'm sure he has. He's that type of lad. But from a footballing perspective, as a player, I'm trying to look at it from his point of view other than the financial gain. You're going to be... Arsenal and Bayern Munich are reportedly among the clubs interested in signing Anthony Gordon from Newcastle United at the end of the season, with the winger keen to resolve his future as quickly as possible. Gordon has enjoyed an impressive period at Newcastle and remains happy at the club, but his performances have attracted significant attention from several top European sides. As a result, speculation surrounding his future continues to intensify ahead of the summer transfer window. Newcastle are understood to be determined to keep hold of one of their most influential attacking players and are not expected to make negotiations straightforward for any interested club. However, with major teams continuing to monitor his situation, Gordon could face an important decision regarding the next stage of his career. Arsenal and Liverpool have both been linked with the England international in recent months, although Bayern Munich had reportedly emerged as the leading contenders for his signature. Bayern Munich interest faces complication. Bayern are believed to view Gordon as a player capable of strengthening an already impressive attacking squad. The Bavarian club continue to target elite attacking talent as they look to maintain their dominance domestically while competing for major European honors. Gordon is reportedly open to the possibility of competing alongside some of the best attacking players in world football at Bayern. The winger is understood to be interested in resolving his future soon so that clarity can be established before preparations begin for next season. Despite Bayern's strong interest, however, there now appears to be a significant obstacle that could complicate any potential move for the Newcastle attacker. Arsenal receive potential transfer boost. According to Team Talk, Bayern Munich are unwilling to meet Newcastle United's valuation of Gordon, potentially handing Arsenal an advantage in the race for his signature. The report claims Newcastle are hoping to secure a fee of around £75 million or more if they decide to sell the winger this summer. Bayern, however, are believed to value Gordon at closer to £50 million, creating a substantial gap between the two clubs' positions. Unless Bayern increase their valuation, Newcastle may refuse to enter serious negotiations. That situation could allow Arsenal to strengthen their position if they decide to pursue the transfer more aggressively during the summer window. So here are some simple rules which I must insist commenters follow. You agree not to give any personal abuse to other Arsenal fans. Everyone is allowed to hold their own opinions, even if you disagree with them. It costs nothing to be polite to other Arsenal fans. Join Arsenal for £75 million. Replace Marcus Rashford, Anthony Gordon's 4 transfer options. Newcastle star Anthony Gordon has been the subject of serious speculation over his future, with potential options in the Premier League, and beyond Anthony Gordon has been linked with a number of clubs ahead of the summer transfer window. This summer looks like being an important one for Anthony Gordon as he decides on his next move. The Newcastle United winger's future could well lie away from St. James's Park, but what comes next is far from certain. Gordon was an unused sub for the last 2 games, in what might be seen as a sign of Eddie Howe preparing for a future without him. The former Everton star is Newcastle's top scorer across all competitions this term with 17 goals and has a total of 39 for the club in 152 appearances. It isn't the first time interest in the 25-year-old has threatened to dominate the summer. Gordon signed new terms after a move to Liverpool failed to materialize, but there is now interest from a number of teams. A strong showing at the World Cup could further increase the England international's desirability, but he ought to have options regardless. Here we've taken a look at what could lie ahead. Join us on Facebook. Latest news, analysis, and much more on Mirror Football's Facebook page. Read more. Marcus Rashford finally confirms his true desire around Man Utd and Barcelona. Transfer read more. Arsenal can save a whopping £21 million as Mikel Arteta turns attention to talented midfielder. Join Arsenal. Leandro Trossard might have scored Arsenal's crucial winner at West Ham on Sunday, but there's still an argument that Gordon would be an upgrade on the Belgian. Similarly, Gabriel Martinelli has been far from his best this season and is reported to be among the players the London club are considering moving on. The argument for Arsenal signing the Newcastle man is a fairly obvious one. He would be a plug-and-play option with plenty of Premier League experience, as well as chemistry, playing with the Gunners' England contingent. Persistent injuries have often left Mikel Arteta light up front too, and Gordon's versatility, having played in a false nine role plenty of times for Howe, offers another dimension.